Today on 21st Century Business, explore state-of-the-art technology, innovative business strategies, insights from cutting-edge corporations around the globe, a visionary look into the answers of tomorrow, today. Business leaders, business solutions, 21st Century Business.
Welcome to 21st Century Business. I'm Jackie Bales. For the oil and gas industry, environmental responsibility and compliance is of utmost importance. However, complex regulations can make the prospect of maintaining compliance difficult and costly. Here today to discuss these issues and the solutions his company, HRL Compliance Solutions Incorporated, offers, we have President Herman Lucero. Welcome, Herman.
Thank you, Jackie. It's a pleasure to be here.
Herman, tell us more about the problems the oil and gas industry faces when it comes to environmental compliance.
Sure. During good economic times, such as back in 2006 and 2007, oil and gas operators look to environmental consulting firms such as ourselves to help implement the ever-changing rules and regulations that impact the everyday business that they do. In times when economic times are not so good, such as these days, the same oil and gas companies look to us to help find innovative ways to manage these environmental regulations in a cost-effective manner.
Give us some details on the solutions that your company, HCSI, offers.
The first one is a regulatory compliance database that we have put together in every state that we operate in, which is 7 states right now. This regulatory database provides federal, state, and local regulatory compliance that each operator has to comply with. The second part is during these processes that we discussed, the 4 processes, there are waste streams that are created during all these processes. And it's been common practice, if you will, that these operators have always just disposed of these waste streams off-site to an off-site disposal facility, permitted off-site disposal facility. In this case, we feel that that is not really creating a better environmental steward situation, because it's just removing these waste streams from one location to another. We believe there's a better way to do this, and that is through bioremediation.
Compliance is a challenge no company in the energy industry can avoid. But with the environmental consulting services of HRL Compliance Solutions, becoming and staying compliant has become a lot less daunting.
It used to be 15, 20 years ago that you would find any soils that were inundated with hydrocarbons and the like were primarily set forth in a pile away from other materials. They were turned over. HCSI has moved into a whole different area with bioremediation. And so I think that innovation is a cost savings as well for operators. You can hire all kinds of different consulting firms, and consulting firms can meet the letter of the law, and they can certainly put together nice plans that are an 8.5 by 11 format and 400 or 500 pages long. When it all comes down to it, how do you implement that plan and what costs are involved in those plans?
Tell us more about how and why HCSI got started.
It was a general need that I saw that the oil and gas industry, as it was becoming more prominent in these states, that they needed some environmental compliance oversight. And I just took that and took a gamble and hung my shingle, as they say.
Seemed like a good choice. What services or solutions does HCSI offer to solve these problems? Again,
we provide many environmental consulting services, but the 2 we'll focus on today are the bioremediation and the migratory bird deterrent systems. The first one, bioremediation, is an old technology that's been around in the industry for years and years and years. It's a system that uses just microbes that actually eat hydrocarbon contamination in groundwater and soil, as long as the environment in that arena is conducive to keep those microbes alive. In the past, however, there's been several, and there still are several hundreds of products that are available for these oil and gas operators to use. And because of that, there's been a lot of apply the product and hope that the process works without without maintaining the environment to ensure that those microbes are alive and continually eating the hydrocarbon contamination, which is their food source. We've taken that process, and in the western states that we provide service to, we've hired a microbiologist to help us take that program into the next level.
Now, another service you offer is migratory bird netting. We saw the netting in the video. What is that, and why is it a compliance issue, and how is that beneficial to the environment?
My VP, Morris Foy, and a group of his folks sat down and they designed what you've seen on the screen a few minutes ago, these netting systems that not only scare the birds away, but they prevent them from actually landing in these impoundments. It's a federally regulated act. We've just designed a new system or deterrent to prevent birds from landing in these impoundments.
Now, many of HCSI's services are clearly oriented toward protecting the environment. Are there any other benefits that clients who use your services will realize?
Not only do we provide them with a good compliance resource, but as these rules and regulations change, and they change dramatically almost on a daily basis, is we will take a look. We will not only let the client know that these changes are coming, but we do the analyses up front for them and let them know in writing how these changes are going to affect the way they do business moving forward.
Where do you see HCSI, say, in 5 years?
Well, we've continued to grow at a 20% growth rate over the past 8 years. You know, we currently employ 44 employees. We do business in 7 states now. At that current rate, if I'm going to use that math, I see us doubling in size and maybe doing business in 14 or 15 states. I don't know.
Sounds pretty good.
Going to continue growing.
Sounds pretty good. Thank you, Herman, for joining me today and sharing the important solutions HCSI offers the energy industry and our environment. Thank you.
My pleasure, Jackie. Thanks for having me.
For 21st Century Business, I'm Jackie Bales. Thank you for watching.